KG, what is going on in the real estate market? I'm getting multiple offers on houses. What am I gonna do to buy a house? All right, we'll talk about that in a minute. Hey there, this is KG. I'm a realtor with Perfect Realty in Greenbelt, where we help buyers buy their dream home and sellers to sell their houses. And we do this in the Maryland, DC, and Virginia region, from Baltimore to Bowie to Silver Spring and everywhere in between. We help buyers buy their dream home and sellers to sell their houses. And we also help investors to invest in real estate to create generational wealth. So, KG, what is going on in the real estate market? Can we buy a house as a buyer and sellers? What do we need to do to get top offers? It almost seems like it's unreal in this market, right? When this coronavirus started, everybody thought the market is going to drop. I thought the market is going to stall for a while, but the opposite is what we're seeing. We're in what we call a seller's market. Buyers are bidding on houses, sellers are getting multiple offers on houses. So if you're a buyer in this market, it's a very tough market, but you can still buy a house. So here's going to be my few advice to at least give your contract a chance when you write a contract for a house. So the first thing I want to tell you, as a buyer, you want to be comfortable with the house that you're buying and the price. Okay, don't get caught up in the bidding war frenzy. I mean, this is one of the ways that people got into trouble a few years ago, like 2001, 3, 4, and 5. People were bidding, and when the market dropped, I'm not saying the market is going to drop, but then what I'm saying is, do not overbid just to get the house. This is an investment, it's a real estate. You're going to be in that house for a while. So if you know you're going to be in a house for 5, 6, 7 years, make the best offer that you are comfortable with. Don't depend on somebody that they're going to rent part of your house and depend on that to cover your mortgage. Make sure you can actually cover the mortgage by yourself when you make the offer. And then if you have to rent part of the rooms, it's just extra. That being said, in this market, you need to look at houses below your budget, really, so that you can offer a little bit more, because that's just the reality of it. You don't want to be looking at the top of your budget to buy a house. So what can you do to get your contract at least a fighting chance in this market? So the first thing you really want to do is to make sure your loan pre-approval is on point. That means your lender have done all the legwork. Your bank statement has been checked, your taxes has been checked, your paycheck has been checked. There is not going to be, your credit has been checked. There's not going to be any surprise when you actually did get a house. So make sure your mortgage pre-approval is on point. Working with a mortgage lender that is able to get the things done. So ask questions. You want your mortgage to be approved once you get a house. The second thing you also want to think about is, when you make an offer, don't ask the sellers to pay your 3% closing costs. I mean, in this market, you probably have to offer high to get that 3% closing cost. So can you do 1% closing cost help from seller? Can you do 1.5%? Can you do 2% instead of the usual 3% that people ask for? So if you can do 1%, if you can, or not do any closing cost from seller, I would say do that instead of asking for 3% closing help. Because guys, at the end of the day, it's all about the net for the seller. How much am I going to make? And I'm going to go with the one that gave me the highest money. Is about money. So if you can do less closing cost, 1%, or no closing cost at all, that's the best thing. Home inspection. So can you do home inspection within 5 days instead of the 7 or 10 days? It shows seller that you are really serious. You do home inspection within 5 days. Can you also put it in there that you're going to ask the seller to fix just major health and health issues, things that come up with health or livable issues, not just every little things. That will give the seller kind of a peace of mind that this buyer is not coming in asking me to change doorknobs, asking me to paint a wall that is ding, but just public health and safety issue, you're going to ask them to repair health and safety issues. You want to look at that. What about your deposit, the EMD deposit, when you write an offer? So instead of putting the usual 1,000, I mean, some people 1,000, 2,000, can you do 5% or 3% of the offer price? So if your mortgage loan is FHA loan, if you're doing FHA loan, can you do 2% deposit for the house? Remember, the deposit is going to come back to you once you do actually close on the house. So don't do 1%, do higher deposits in EMD. It shows that you're serious. It shows that you're serious to the seller. What about closing? Can your lender close quickly? Can you give if the seller is able to close quickly, is your lender ready to close quickly? You should look at that. Instead of the usual 35 to 40 days, can your lender close in 30 days? What about rent back? Does the seller need a bit of a rent back? Are you flexible with moving? Can you let them do 1 week or 2 weeks rent back, of the house? Those are the things that will make your contract pop and be considered with a seller. So it's not just money, the price, but it's other things that can make the seller know that you are very serious and you are flexible to work with. So guys, there's still deals to be get in this market, but you have to look, and people are still buying houses, and because the interest rate is super low, historically low, that's why we have all this frenzy. But like I say, do not get caught up in the bidding war. Don't get caught up. Do what you can do the best for you, because you are the one that's going to be paying the mortgage at the end of the day. Be comfortable with what you're offering. Make your offer stand out with all these points, and you get a house. Don't be discouraged. You have to probably put in a few offers before you get the one you want. 3, 4, 5 offers. Ciao. Happy buying. Hey, listen guys, if you're looking to buy, sell, or move in the Bowie, Baltimore market area, from Bowie to Baltimore to Silver Spring and Woodbridge, everywhere in between the DMV market, contact me. I will take care of you. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel below so that you get market updates once I upload a new video. Ciao.